What's going on, everybody? I woke up late today. Well, you can believe me or not, but fuck, I left my goddamn helmet inside the garage. Hold on. You can believe me or not, but for some reason, I realized that, or I found out, I should say. I shouldn't say I realized. I found out that, ooh, if you are watching a live stream while you have an alarm on, it supersedes the the alarm wake up. So my alarm technically did not go off. Hence the reason why I'm late. Now, I wasn't live yesterday because I didn't go to work. I had got a new, well, or I did a, what's it called? Interview test run thing. I don't know what to actually fucking call it, to be perfectly honest. Hold on. It was like a mutual interview with a psychologist yesterday. So it's like whether I like them or not, I could choose them to be my psychiatrist or psychologist or whatever the fuck. And then if they like me, they can accept me, and then we can I can start doing therapy with them. I thought it was an actual appointment because I got it through my actual doctor. But it's like, that's not how things work anymore, I guess. Oh, man. Also, I took care of a lot of homework. All my reading is done. I have a big paper that I have to write this week for class. So, I have to get that done. So much stuff to fucking put on now. How the fuck does this even go together? Like this? Ugh. Like, what the fuck, man? Like, this is why... Oh my fucking god. Okay. So then... I blame my one coworker for this taking this long. Oh man, and you know what? I didn't even fix that light. I didn't even fix that light this weekend. Or I'd take yesterday. I'm just doing too much homework. Hold on. Let me move this. There we go. Okay. Alright. I got my high-vis sweater on. I got this like high-vis jacket thing on. Oh yeah. I'm finally ready to go. Got some dog tracks today. Whoa. I really gotta fix. I really gotta fix the light today at work. Dude, oh my god, it's so bad. Oh my god. Whew. We made it. All in one piece, too. Hell, these tires. Tires are okay. Holy shit, man. Wait a second. I gotta go back. Fuck, man. Hold on. This is not starting out so great. I gotta go through this all over again. I need to make sure that I close that door, because I don't have any recollection of doing it. Well, this isn't so great today. You know what the biggest problem is, I think, in this area? Is when, like, all these, like, big trucks come down here. And then they just, like, speed. Okay. Both doors closed. Good. Okay, now we can actually get going. Oh, oh my god. They like speed like super quick down here. and then they kick up all the dust, and then they do it like right after they've like flattened it out and kind of compacted it a little bit. And then what happens is it just gets fucked up all over again. Okay. Holy shit. My arm hurts. My arm hurts from doing that 3 times. We're definitely not getting to work at 5 a.m. today. Probably gonna be closer to 5:30. I really wish I would have woken up on time. That way, even if I had forgotten that, or forgotten if I closed the door, I could at least... I just heard something, and I don't know what it was. It was kind of scary sounding. It sounded like a dog, but it didn't sound like a dog. Does that make sense? Man, I left like, what, like 4:45? Like, what time is it right now? 5, holy fuck. I left at like 5 o'clock. Oh yeah, we're getting there at 5:30 a day. For sure. Oh. Okay, so I found out what the sound was. It wasn't a dog or anything else. Wasn't no El Chupacabra or anything like that. This vest that I'm wearing, if I move my head, and it rubs up against it, it kind of sounds like a bark. And that's what it was. Hopefully this road isn't too bad today, seeing as though I left so late today. But it probably will be because it's closer to 6 a.m. But yeah, I think that's really interesting that the audio from the live stream I was watching superseded my alarm. I figure if anything, it would shut off the stream up until I turned off the alarm, but it didn't. Because when I listen to music and I have an alarm set, it supersedes that and it stops the music. So I wonder why it doesn't do it to live streams. Because I didn't even wake up to an alarm today. And then when I checked my notifications, like when I did get up, it had my first notification was that the alarm was going off. And I was like, no, it's not. So, I don't know. It's kind of weird. Oh, man. I ate some food last night. And I'm starting to get some heartburn from it right now. I have to get me a Sprite or a ginger ale when I get to work. Well, I have no more vacation days, but I have one personal day. I got it yesterday. Because it was the end of the quarter. Oh. Man, that guy's a zooming. Oh, but yeah. I got a lot of stuff done. I unpacked some more. I still got a few more totes. Like, one of my totes literally had, like, 3 things in it because they were all so large. Alright, there's a huge pothole. There's another one. See, you know, it surprises me. I want to say this. It surprises me that people go so fast down these back roads when they know, or at least they should, because they probably travel them quite frequently. They already know that there are deer. Like, it just surprises me that people put so much caution to the wind. I don't know what it is. I don't know whether it's like, well, I'm gonna be late, and so it's like I'm gonna get in trouble for it. But I feel like at the same time, like, okay, let's say I was technically gonna be late for work, okay? Hypothetically. I would call my supervisor and I'm like, hey, listen, I just left. Like, I'm gonna be there as quickly as I can, but I'm not gonna speed or anything like that, you know? Because I've heard stories about deer jumping out and just fucking completely totaling a car. Completely, 100%. And, you know, people still get injured from it. You know, I don't know what happens. I don't know if it's like the reasoning behind it is, I don't know if the reasoning behind it is because they've just gotten so comfortable driving that they're like, it just doesn't matter, or like what. I truly don't know what it is. But it's kind of like an interesting thing to think about. I don't know. And I also wonder, so my plan this year is to get my car. Potentially gonna get a car this month. And then start working towards everything and like kind of changing my life for the better. But my plan, if it goes according to plan, I'm wondering if I'll eventually just like end up in that same situation where I'll be like, all right, well, I'm getting so comfortable with this driving stuff. There's no point in me like really caring. You know? I don't know. It's a really interesting thing to think about, honestly. Now, see, this guy, he got his fucking brights on. And I already know he does. He just lowered them, and it didn't even seem like it did anything. That's fucking nuts. I feel like as great as LEDs are, they are so terrible for cars. Or wait, is a halogen an LED? Is it like a form of an LED? Or is it like completely different? Either way, like those two, they're kind of bad. Because they like really blind people. Especially at night because it's so bright. And then all of a sudden your eyes can't necessarily adjust. What was that one as seen on TV product that they came out with? It's called like Eagle Eyes or something like that. Where they're like, it's great for daytime. Especially, and also night. Because it blocks out all that haze or whatever it's called. From seeing headlights. Getting way too close to the mailboxes. But trying to make sure that all these people are able to pass me easily. God damn. Ugh. Holy fuck. That was a bad part of the road. Alright, car behind me. Oh my god, and of course I hit one of those spots. I don't know, these side of the roads are just so fucking terrible. And I think this guy has brights on again. Oh man, am I gonna get hit by water up here? Nah, not today. Ah, yeah, I did. Oh man, that went straight in my fucking eye. Ugh. Holy shit. You know what I realized? This stoplight is probably gonna be so fucking terrible. It's gonna be so bad because there's gonna be so many fucking cars. But there's a ton of cars this morning. I definitely prefer leaving at like 4:30, like anywhere between 4 and 4:30. Leaving this late really increases the risk of me getting hit in the morning, which I find kind of interesting because someone at my work was like, if you don't wear a vest, people can't see you or whatever, right? But I'm like, that's not true. I still don't believe it to be true. Let me put it to you that way. I don't believe it to be true. Because here's the thing. Here is the thing. So he said it looked like one of those stakes that you put in your yard that like have a reflective thing so you know where the driveway is. Like me riding the bike. That's what my brake light looks like. But then it's like, he's like, I couldn't tell what it was until I got right up on you. And I'm like, okay. But you can tell that it's moving and it's not stationary. Like that's my whole argument for it. Is that you can tell that it's not, that thing isn't stationary. Holy fuck, there's so many goddamn people. Oh my gosh. Oh, this guy's going over here. I'll move over here to this guy. Ooh. Dude, does this light ever fucking turn green? Does it ever turn green? Like ever? Like, it doesn't seem like it. Okay, now it's turning green. But no, like, I just don't agree with that. I really don't. Because you should be able to tell whether one of those things is moving or not. Like, if it consistently, like, you can see it consistently moving, it kind of means that there's something fucking right there. You know what I mean? Otherwise, we have broken the laws of physics in cars to the point where we are going so fast or slow that we see the Earth's rotation and we're still staying in the same place. That's how I feel. You know what I mean? I mean, like, you should be able to tell. And then he was like, well, drunk people. And I'm like, drunk people are gonna be super fucking drunk because it's 4 o'clock in the morning and they're still drunk. And he's like, yeah, but what about them? And I'm like, where I understand the argument, okay? The one thing I can't agree with is even wearing a vest that has reflectors on it it's not necessarily going to stop a drunk person from not noticing you because they're drunk. They're already impaired. They won't know what it is, and they're most likely not paying attention. You know what I mean? But I understand. He's just trying to watch out for my safety, which I appreciate. Like, I can't ever deny that. Like, why do all these people just have their fucking brights on all the time? I don't understand it. Ugh. I really don't. I don't understand why all these people have their fucking brights on all the time. I think there's a guy behind me. Yeah, there is. But there's a huge fucking... I don't even know what to call it. But you know what I mean? I mean, and then he's like, well, what about people who are tired? And they don't see you there up until the last second. And I mean, it's a valid point. But at the same time, I don't feel like... I feel like in those situations, right? You're adding this impairment that already constitutes, oh, hey, I may not know if a person is there or not. You know? So my whole argument is that impairment is already going to make them not think that there's a fucking person there. Alright, now I gotta see if there's any cars behind me. Okay. Alright, stop right here. I mean, I can make it. There's a car coming, but I can make it. He's far enough away. I don't know, but that's just me. Like, having all, like, where it's a very valid point, both of them. I'm not even going to argue with that. I don't necessarily agree that me wearing a reflective vest is necessarily going to eliminate that due to those impairments. I don't know. But that's just my assessment. What time is it? 5:26. You know, I'm pretty sure we could make it to back home without charging the battery tonight or today. But I would rather charge it. You know, there's actually a guy who has a motorcycle who parked here last night. Or maybe this morning. I don't know. Ugh. But nah, I don't know. It's just... But yeah, both things are very valid. I will say that. But at the same time, I would also argue that if people are impaired that much already, there's like a good chance that that impairment is going to already kind of create this situation in which they aren't really thinking about what's going on. Like whether you wear a reflective vest or not. But I kind of have like a warped thought process on safety. You know? Hold on. Oh. Okay. Oh, there we go. Got too much shit now. I guess we learned something new today. Do not watch a live stream and charge your phone while you have an alarm on. Because otherwise, your alarm may not go off. I just find that so crazy. Okay. So I saw that Subliminal came out 2 days ago. So that's pretty cool. It looks like a really good game. Like super fucking confusing though. I was watching Distortion 2 play it. Also, Grime 2. Grime 2 came out Tuesday. And I was watching Elias play it. Oh, I'm fucking tired, y'all. I gotta disconnect all this shit. Right here. Whew. Alright, everybody. I will see you guys when I get off. Bye, everyone.